Little place called Bullen's Creek. It's probably miles out of your way.
Oh, Bullen's Creek, eh? God, no, it sounds cool. Okay, let's go to Bullen's Creek.
Now, isn't that a coincidence? We're on a mission to save the planet too, aren't we?
Great. So, it's us against the world.
The Atlantic, gentlemen. Fully 2/5 of that mighty ocean lies beneath this nitrate precipitation, and not one living creature survives within it. The Earth is choking more quickly than even we envisaged.
This is Sly Morgan, Ms. Kettle. Interesting article. I'd love to hear more about this shipping business you say I'm involved in. Call me, okay? Oh, and one more thing. I'd watch your back if I were you.
The cancer factor is acceptable. The air is breathable without mask, and flooding is considered unlikely.
Thank goodness for that. I can't wait to see the kids. Anyone meeting you?
I'm afraid there probably is.
I suppose it is kind of heavy security for a holiday camp. But then people are so paranoid these days, I think it's sad.
What are they doing back there? I mean, guns, barbed wire, missile fuel. What are they hiding?
We should tell the police.
Tell them what? That Sylvester Morgan doesn't like bums hanging around his building site.
Good evening, Mr. Morgan. I trust you are well.
We can dispense with the niceties, eh, De Quincy?
It's ready.
How simply it is done. 2 by 2, the animals are summoned to the arks.
Sly Morgan is so great. What an ace bloke. This holiday centre complex is going to totally revitalise the state.
My God, there's none so blind. I've lived here for 50 years and the only thing this place has got going for it is dingo dung. Oh, I don't know what Morgan's up to, but he sure ain't building no resort.
You lived here?
Sure. We swapped this place with Morgan for our tribal land.
Can I just ask you something? If a girl happened to have some friends that have been captured around here, have you any idea where they might be being kept?
What we have to do here is remind ourselves again that prisons only really exist in the mind. I may be tied, but my soul is free to wander the world at will.
Well, while it's out there, can you ask it to pick me up a hamburger and a bottle of Chardonnay?
What do you think they're going to do to us?
They ain't going to do anything to us. We're going to do things to them. The time's come to fight back.
Of course it has. And what do you suggest we do? Give them a withering glance?
Sneer them into submission?
We have advantages. We have decent numbers. We have surprise.
We have a raving lunatic on our side.
Everyone has weaknesses.
And Achilles heel.
Good afternoon. My name is DuPont. I am head of security. Perhaps one of you would be kind enough to explain what your interest is in the affairs of my employers.
Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Oh, that's the yanks.
What?
Mate.
What do you say?
Oh, mate, it's the
Speak up, why don't you? What are you trying to say?
No nose trick. Nice one, Tim. All right, Mr. DuPont. Not a sound, please. Now reach behind his back and untie him.
I'll possibly get away. It is 20 kilometers to the fifth. There are many gods.
I have to warn you, Mr. DuPont, that Zimmerman has not eaten all day, and your nose would make a substantial meal for anyone.
So, his Achilles heel turned out to be his nose. Zimmerman, could you untie me and Walter, please?
Yeah, I'll get you in a minute, mate. I'll catch you later.
What? No! No! Zimmerman, please! Zimmerman?
Guys, listen, I think your boss is sick.
What? Quick! Every man we've got! Spread out the lot of you. He's got a wounded girl with him. They can't get far.
Are you all right, sir?
Of course I'm all right, damn it. He employed a tactic I'd not encountered before. It could have happened to anyone.
What? Getting your nose bitten off by a securely bound hippie? It's never happened to me, mate.
No, me.
It's not right that a girl should have to be so long without a man. It's not natural.
Listen, I'm busy, all right? Now, shut your face.
If you can't keep a man in the marital home, Dixie, it's no good complaining at him when he's gone.
This isn't a marital home. It's an old people's home, run for the exclusive benefit of one resident. And this is Ocker's and my private ensuite.
Oh, good Lord. Oliver doesn't have private things from his mother. I've seen a lot more than his bathroom in time.
Excuse me, Mum.
Ocker, come back here. I want to talk. Ocker! Ocker! A response! What's happened to Ocker? Where did he go?
I don't know. Didn't say. Just stopped to grab that favourite photo of his school footy team. The one he won't let Juanita dust?
Oh, I noticed he left your picture, Dixie.
I don't want a man on the site longer than's needed now. Just give them their bonuses and rack them off.
We're working on a site.
Come on, Jack. I don't want to hear about working on it. I want them off the site. I want them out of the area altogether. Charter a couple of jumbos. Look, there's a human bottleneck at Bullen's and it's pissed. Yeah, Morgan here.
Bit of a result, Mr. Morgan. That girl you're chasing. And guess what? I think she's chasing you.
I just heard they found a car at Bullens Creek Airport.
Right.
Clearing this side, Sly. It's not going to be easy.
If it was easy, Jack, you wouldn't be getting $2 grand a day. Now get your nabbies out of here. I'm expecting guests.
You really ought to eat something, you know.
Sound of a gut full of vomit hitting a tin roof might attract attention. What are we gonna do?
Nothing we can do till dark. Lay back, catch some rays.
Oh, I'll catch some rays. We're gonna die of cancer before they get a chance to murder us.
See the dinner lady with the tray? A friend of mine. I reckon she's doing a whole heap better at infiltrating this place than we are.
G'day. My supervisor told me your boss fancied a nibble. Then again, don't we all?
I'll take you through, love. You mean to tell me that you can't track down some bloody weak as piss American journalist and some decrepit foul hippie? Get there, I don't wish to be disturbed. I'm busting your boat down to private. Boat. Understand me? Don't just start busting it down to private. You're going in the report.
Oh, raving ratbag. Is he always like that?
Always.
Well, there's no sense wasting all this stuff. You lot had better have it.
This meat is great. Fabulous.
I don't want to seem overconfident, but that looks like the walk of a girl with a gun in the knickers.
Don't you move, you bloody pervert. What the hell are you doing with all this stuff about me?
I just wanted to find out about you, that's all.
Why, are you some kind of nut?
The whole world's mad, Rachel. But what's going on here is proof of that.
And just what is going on here? And you better tell me the truth.
Tell you the truth. Rachel, that's all I've ever wanted to do since the first day I met you.
Can you believe the menus here? I mean, meat. I hate to think of the state of these people's bowels.
I wouldn't then, love.
Open the door.
Rachel, it's over. Nothing on Earth is clean anymore. Not one drop of water, not one gulp of air, not one mouthful of food. The poisons just go round and round. Where else can they go? The Earth hasn't got anything to clean itself with. Everything is dirty. That's what we in a stark conspiracy call TTO. Total Toxic Overload.
What the hell's the stark conspiracy? The kind of loose collective of escapades from the loony bin?
Do you remember the moon landings? All that effort a whole generation ago. And since then, nothing. Why do you think that is, Rachel?
Well, I'm sure you're going to tell me.
We bought it.
You bought the moon?
Well, not me personally. I was just a kid at the time myself. But the then members of the Stark conspiracy bought it.
You're trying to tell me the American government sold the moon?
Well, there wasn't much they could do with it at the time. They'd only gone there in the first place to stuff the Russians. So, Stark made them an offer and bought it, along with all the research and technology that went into getting there in the first place. Stark knew which way the echo wind was blowing. Even then, they could see that the Earth was dying. They were looking for a way out. We're going to the moon, Rachel. What's being built here is a launch pad for the star arcs. This, if you like, is Genesis.
Come on. We have to release my friends.
Your friends will be okay for the minute. Why not come and look at the site?
Well, you certainly know how to impress a girl.
Not 6 of these, Rachel. But this is just the haulage. Glorified trucks. Come on, I'll show you the really clever stuff. See, Rachel, there it is. All natural creation. Frozen up in little tubes, little bottles. There's fetuses, seedlings. It's beautiful, really, isn't it? Of course, there's a whole lot more already in orbit around the moon. A whole lunar village based on biosphere technology. They've been working on it for years. All those commercial launches, satellite TV, forget it. It was cover for Stark. Why do you think the programs were so bloody awful?
This is going to mess with your brain. They're preparing some kind of massive launch.
Massive lunch.
Launch? It's a launch site. I mean, it's covered up pretty good. You take a good look, it's obvious. They've got silos, guidance towers. It's the first leisure centre I've ever seen with enough potential firepower to take out the whole of Southeast Asia.
And they said I didn't have a story.
What you have is a bullet in your leg. Now, that thing goes gangrenous, and you'll die. Right, you got something to bite on?
Please tell me you're joking.
My dear Morgan, we are quite delighted.
You have achieved the miracle of organization and planning.
Sure. You blokes had everything in place long before you let me on board. I'm just laying the cables and digging the holes. This is Rachel O'Donoghue, friend of mine.
Splendid, splendid. Excellent choice. Good hips. She'll do. And mucking in with the catering, I see. Well done, you.
It's incredible.
Something of a thrill, isn't it? From this very room, we shall become lords of creation.
You're actually enjoying this, aren't you, De Quincey?
I should think I am. My wealth and power have provided me with many unique experiences in my life, but never before have I been able to make myself into a god who could not help but thrill to the scale of our enterprise.
Come on, Rachel. Let's leave God to think about what a great big enterprise he's got.
Yeah, you did great, kid. Really great.
Thanks. Is my leg still on? This is like one of those terrible moments in movies where the kid says his leg hurts, and we know they just cut it off.
Oh, no, still here. Well, most of it ain't.
Listen, Zimmerman, I don't know how long I'm gonna last. Maybe I won't even make it. The one thing I do have is this chart. It's a toxic waste ship that belongs to the people who built this site.
Yeah, this is rather bad news.
God's sake, I know the Earth is sick, but I can't see how life in a tin can would be preferable. I mean, we all still eat, don't we? Sure, we get the squirts a little bit more.
These guys are the biggest corporate bastards alive. And if they're planning a life in space, that means that for whatever reason, life in space is going to be more desirable than life on Earth.
Why are you telling me all this?
Oh, come on, you know damn well why I'm telling you. I want you to come with me.
Don't be stupid. Why me?
Because I've fallen in love with you.
Get out of here. You don't even know me.
That doesn't matter. Have you ever seen a kangaroo when it gets caught in the glare of your headlights? It gets mesmerized, transfixed. It doesn't know what's coming, and it doesn't care. Then it gets 4 tons of Toyota in its face. That's how I felt the first time I saw you.
I made you feel like a kangaroo in a car crash.
Look, when I heard you'd left town, I thought I'd never see you again, but I hoped. And the more I learned about you, the more I hoped. And whenever I thought of who I'd take, I thought of you.
This is ridiculous. You've gone soppy over a detective's report. You don't really love me.
Rachel. Rachel, I'm offering you the moon.
Well, that's certainly better than the stuff about the kangaroos.
Shortly, my employer will be wishing to speak with the American woman. It is clear to me she has found some bolt hole within the site itself. It is your misfortune to be my only lead.
What about him?
It was not him who was caught trying to help the girl. It was you.
I know a good torture. What about drips of water? That's terrifying, that, is it? It's Chinese. What they do is they drip water on your head, and you're driven to madness by the agonizing inevitability of it. Why don't you try that? You've got plenty of water. I couldn't handle that.
Now, for the second and last time, where are your 2 friends hiding?
I don't know.
He won't do it.
Hey! Someone on you going to talk. I'm going to fry your brain. Hey!
What? Oh, drop it. You can't escape. The perimeter is sealed. There are guards everywhere. You'll be killed.
Oh, maybe we should take you with us, eh, mate?
What the hell's going on here? Thank you, Mr. Morgan. I'm grateful for your intervention.
Intervention? If I hadn't intervened, you'd be dead, mate. My God, you punt. Keeping prisoners in the middle of the Stark site. Maybe you'd like to give them a guided tour. All right. Untie them. We'll dump them out of the Yalura water hole. They can't do any harm there. But back up, dickhead.
Sit down, Captain.
Hurry up.
Yeah, sit down.
Rachel, you can't do this to me.
Chicks, man. Who understands it? It's like when Jane Fonda went to Hanoi. I don't think even she knew what she was doing.
So you're our friend now, that right, Morgan?
I'm her friend, so I guess I'll just have to put up with her mates.
He's lying to you, Rachel.
What did you say?
I said you're lying. If what you told us is true, how come they're trying to blow up ships?
Ships? What ships?
Containers. I got a chat. One all wired up, ready to blow.
What have ships got to do with the rockets and the moon?
I don't know anything about these ships.
He has. He's been lying to you, Rachel.
I haven't been lying to anyone, Sonny, which is why you aren't dead. Now shut up and let me think for a minute. There was an American, a journalist. She wrote that they were investing in shipping. I think they killed her for it.
No, they tried. That's where I got the chart from her.
She's here?
Yeah.
Did she say anything about toxic waste?
That's what she said the ship contained.
The lepers. When the lepers go down.
What are you talking about?
Something Tyron said to me once. Who are you going to save when the lepers go down? This bloody ship's a leper.
Keep your eyes and ears open, love. G'day.
Hi, Chrissy Kettle, Wall Street Examiner.
Looks like I owe that hippie fella $5.
Yeah, well, if you want to pay him back, they've taken him to some desert water hole. You got a car?
So alone, a frightened woman and a fearsome triumvirate of desert hobos got the better of you and your men?
Only the journalist is at large, and she is badly wounded. Mr. Morgan has the others in his care.
Which all rather begs the question, DuPont. Where does that leave you?
Sir?
Unfortunately, I can hardly sack you, as you are a stark conspirator.
I am relieved to hear you say that, sir.
So Mr. Morgan has them, has he? How wise we were not to confide in him. We must watch him closely.
The guy that gave me that chart said there were hundreds like it, maybe thousands. They killed him.
He's going to be in good company. If these ships sink, they'll kill everyone. Stark has the capacity to poison the entire planet with its own toxic waste.
Global blackmail. Nice.
The countdown started. In 3 days it'll be over. If we're going to do anything, we've got to do it now.
You know what we should do? Blow 'em to hell.
You don't know anything about sabotage, do you?
Oh, yeah, enough.
In that case, let's go. There are plenty of explosives left from the construction to send them to the moon without their rockets.
There are still hundreds of people working on that site. What are you gonna do, kill them all? We should go back to Perth, at least try to raise the alarm.
Yeah, well, I guess you can try. We've still got 3 days.
Well, why don't you come? A guy like you make things a lot more convincing.
If Rachel and I aren't on site by the morning, they'll know they're in trouble and put the launch forward. I'll give you 48 hours. After that, this guy gets the keys to the nitro cupboard.
Mrs. C, when we get into Freebury, I want you to get in touch with your people, okay?
Freebury's a fair distance from here, love.
The whole system of values in this country is riddled with inconsistencies. They hassle me to death for having a tiny two-dollar doobie and then lying on the carpet and giggling and eating Mars bars. And when it comes to blackmailing the planet, everything is cool.
Well, Sly and I aren't going into light, because he reckons there'll be more confusion once the conspirators arrive.
That's nice.
Why don't you go back with the others? You always wanted to get out of this.
We started it. I'm going to see it through. I've got my keys. They can use my place.
I don't really think Zimmerman wants you along, you know?
Screw him. It's not his desert.
You think I went to bed with Sly, don't you?
It's your business.
That you do.
Well, he's hardly going to change sides for a peck on the cheek, is he?
We didn't do anything.
He must have promised to. He's here, isn't he?
He's here because he wants to be. I didn't promise him anything. And I didn't even say I'd see him again, although I will. I just told him I wasn't going to the moon with anyone, and believe it or not, that was enough to make him decide to stay.
I can believe a man would do anything for you. I would. As a matter of fact, I bloody have.
Colin. Now, I'd like to tell you how I feel.
No, Rachel, I can't handle it. I'm gutted. Honestly, I am. Unrequited love is the pits. I'd rather watch a telethon. I know how you feel. I love you, and you don't love me.
I do love you, Colin. I love you very, very much. I mean, you're my best friend.
I don't think you will ever know what a depressing thing that is to hear.
Sometimes I think I wish there wasn't such a thing as sex. It's just completely destructive. Will you look what it's done to us?
What do you mean? We haven't had any.
You know, sex is not the only thing of value that can happen between two people.
All the same, you're going to sleep with Morgan, aren't you?
Well, I might, but I don't think that that's the ultimate measure of my emotions. I'm not interested in collecting roots, Colin. I'm interested in the man I'm going to spend the rest of my life with.
You know, sometimes I feel getting me balls blown off was the best thing that ever happened to me.
To you. Just to lighten things up.
So will I see you again after?
Well, presuming we don't get shot or poisoned or dragged off to the moon, yeah. And I find it difficult forming relationships at the best of times.
Me too.
Be just my luck to meet a nice bloke and have the world die before our first date.
That's why we got to stop them then, eh?
Sylvester, I'm not the girl in your file, you know. Now, I'm not the girl of anybody's dreams.
I'd like to find out who you are.
See, that's completely unfair. You started chasing some fictitious ideal and now you got to put up with me? I'm bound to be a disappointment. Whereas I've always thought you were a complete and utter bastard, so you'll probably improve.
Let's meet each other halfway then, hmm?
So, the first serpents appear in paradise.
They must be killed immediately.
Oh, come now, Nadia. Where is your sense of romance? Let us enjoy the show first.
Come on, mate, get up. We've got sabotage to do.
Where'd you get a camel from?
Western Desert, mate, full of them. They brought them over before they discovered Toyotas.
Well, what happened to Morgan and Rachel? They said they were going to pick us up.
No, they never came. You know, I always wondered about that bloke.
Rachel never desert us like that.
Yeah, well, she's not here now. Now, get up. We've got to save the world.
On a camel?
How much longer is this going to go on for?
Probably about 8-10 hours, I reckon.
It's all right for you. Another 10 hours of this and my furniture's going to be relocated somewhere in the region of my armpits.
Well, according to Morgan, all the conspirators will be in a loading base by then. We'll have the place to ourselves.
Well, I'm very glad to hear it. Because, frankly, I...
What a situation, rather embarrassing.
Damn, I knew it'd be tough, but this is impossible.
Damn complacent bunch of slack fools. Laughed at me, they did. They'll be laughing on the other side of their faces when they all get leprosy. Can't any of your American journalist pals help?
Forget it, Starkland's my paper, they own my editor. Yeah. Sure, this is Chrissy. It has to be a personal appearance. Okay, I can handle that. Okay. Okay, see you then. Well, guys, we got a break. It's not a big one, but it's a break.
We were just so pleased that you could come in such short notice. We were really stuck for an item after the wombat died. Your story was a gift from heaven.
30 seconds, please.
No, thanks.
4, 3.
Okay, so that was your Perth weather. No sign of this incredible heat abating. The rat and cockroach count is high, and the food alert is maximum. But right now it's time to meet today's daft dingo, a lovely lady from America who believes the Morgan Leisure Centre is actually a rocket site for launching space arcs to the moon.
It is.
From where Sly Morgan and Tyron and their pals will threaten to poison the Earth.
Please, listen. It's global blackmail. Go and have a look. They have 6 massive launch silos. It's a huge conspiracy of industrialists. De Quincy, Nagasayu, Tyrone. Each of them can take a part in for just one person.
You will forgive my mixing business with pleasure, I hope. We still have a while on Earth, and this does pass the time so pleasantly. My guest on the Star Arcs is to be a 10-stone bag of heroin. I intend to have the most meaningful relationship on the colony.
So you can forget the bullshit, De Quincy. The Earth isn't dying. And this show isn't about building a new world, it's about blackmailing the old one.
The Earth is dying, Mr. Morgan. You may be assured of that. Total toxic overload is a fact.
So what about the lepers, you smug pommy bastard?
Yeah, if everything's so terminally polluted, what's the point of threatening us all with poison ships?
We're not going to threaten anyone with them, my naive colonial chum. We're going to sink them. The dinosaurs did not die in an instant. There were generations in their fading. So it will be with man. With all his fearful ingenuity, he could be 100 years a-dying, but die he will. For modern man is nothing more than a pollutant on this planet. Why await the inevitable? Better surely to cleanse the world tomorrow, that we might build another Eden for us to exploit afresh.
Hey, the pre-ignition process is pretty far advanced. It's serious danger of missing the boat. Hang on, mate! Hey! 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 Please stop! We'll die! Don't even think about it.
The leper ships will sink and rust anyway, and the oceans will die. We are merely coordinating the process. Then, with the world awash in a murky slime of its own creating, we will destroy every drug and every chance to produce a drug. Nothing will survive. But the Earth is resilient. Cured of man, it will recover. And when it does, the star arcs will return. And not with you, however. You are to perform one last service for Stark. The last hour before the blast, you will be hurled into the deepest silo. The silo that you built, Mr. Morgan. Your bodies will burn as fuel for the future.
These clothes are for you, love.
Well, what's going on, Ocker? You promised me a lovely trip. Who are all these old people?
Listen, love, you're about to go on the trip of a lifetime. You're bloody lucky to be here. I could have asked any number of Sheilas. They'd have jumped at the chance. Now listen to me. And don't ask questions, darling. Just take this and get in the lift.
Thank you. One word, girlie, just one word. And the next person to be fondling your scrawny body will be the police mortician.
Right, that's it. I'm taking the car.
Oh, Suki?
Oliver, I'm your mother. 16 hours of pain. I refused all drugs. I wanted to experience the full beauty of having you.
Yo, Waka, this is really cool.
The rules are quite clear, Mr. Tyrone. One guest per colonist.
Yes, and I'm his wife.
Yes, and you had to fake a pregnancy to do it.
This really is most irregular, Mr. Tyrone.
That's right, Nagasu. Slam off.
However, you are in luck. I've just heard that 2 colonists will not be joining us. With a squeeze, there'll be room for all 3 of you guests.
I always hoped when I met the right bloke I'd spend the rest of my life with him. Looks like I did.
Did I ever tell you that before I became a corporate raider, I was actually a fairly honest thief? When I was a kid, I could steal anything. Still can, as a matter of fact.
Come on! We're gonna try and stop the launch!
Stop the launch? We can do better than that!
Trouble with your saddlebags, Dixie dear. I'm sure we could ask someone for a shoehorn.
Oh, I'll be fine, Mother. But have you thought how the pressure of the blast will affect your cosmetic surgery? I'm a bit worried you might implode.
Oh,
This is cool. Hey, Ocker, are we gonna have a gas or what? Look!
Of late, certain politicians have been attempting to play the green card in their grubby scramble for public support. As we stark conspirators know, such tokenism is entirely cynical. The ecological situation can never be reversed while market forces remain superior to political will, nor should it be. In the time of the first ark, men worshipped God, and so it was given to Noah, the most pious of men, to survive the flood and shape the future. In modern times, men worship money. Money is God. Its shrines and temples teem with true believers. Is it not fitting that we, the super-rich, who have worshipped money with such diligence and conviction, be the ones to board the star arks and carry our faith to a new world? Go now, board your designated crafts. The waters are rising, and the future beckons.
This is only construction standard dynamite. Cheap builder's crap. It'll do it. Pass me the detonator, will you?
But Rachel's still in here somewhere.
Now listen, CD. We've got to stop this launch. We've got to do it now, right? If we do it now, we can get a truck and we can get out of here before she blows, right? We got to do it now.
I'm sorry, Zimmerman. I can't let you kill her.
We have to leave. Let's go steal a truck, shove gonads in the back, and get the hell out of here.
All personnel must leave the area immediately. Please proceed directly to the southern gate. Do not approach.
No trucks. You do understand, don't you, Zimmerman? I just couldn't let you kill her.
Forget the chick, man. The chick is no longer important. These rockets are fixed to blow and we're about to be incinerated. Someone must be guiding this launch from the ground. We can't afford to let that burn. The control must be over there. Come on.
Ignition. Let it on.
Up a broadcaster.
This is a message from Star Arcs. My name is Lord De Quincy. Yesterday, as a citizen of the doomed planet Earth, I was merely a man. Today, as a member of the Stark conspiracy, I am a god. When I activate this simple switch, the Earth will die. Allow me a moment to explain our plan.
The plan's changed, De Quincy. This bloke was about to poison the Earth, and if we let him, he still can destroy it. Don't be surprised, it's just a business thing. The planet's so sick, it's getting to be unprofitable. So what do you do with an unprofitable business? Asset strip it, rationalize personnel, grab the real estate and start again. That's what the Stark conspiracy is. A global corporate raid.
My dear fellow, how very elegantly put.
Please.
40 alarm. Repeat, 40 alarm.
Let me push the button.
Take me. Our planet is dying. We've got to do something.
Vanity.
Wir müssen
angreifen jetzt. Don't seem to have considered the expense.
Our politicians have got to legislate for the future. They've got to get up off their asses. Because if they don't, then we might as well just give up and let these bastards poison our seas and rivers. We can't let them win. Things can change. They must.
This story was a fantasy, but in the 3 hours it took to tell it, 18,000 acres of rainforest have been destroyed forever. 7 million tons of CO2 have been produced. 12 species of life became extinct. 23 square miles of land became desert in 3 hours. This story was a fantasy. Perhaps.
And you may be interested to know that Ben Elton's Stark is available from next week on BBC Video.